by the two governments following the war that broke out between the two countries in 1908. In June 2000, the parties agreed to a comprehensive peace agreement and binding arbitration of their disputes under the Algiers Agreement. A 25-kilometer-wide temporary security zone was established within Eritrea, patrolled by the United Nations mission in Ethiopia and Eritrea from over 60 countries. The Eritrea-Ethiopia Boundary Commission that was established under Algiers Agreement in collaboration with Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague agreed upon a final and binding verdict in April 2002.
Stakeholders of industry said a concrete effort of all stakeholders is needed to improve the efficient and effective service delivery of the Ethiopian logistics sector. Lata Teresa has more.
In an exclusive interview with INA, Ethiopian Maritime Affairs Authority Director General Mekonnen Abrara said all stakeholders that are involved in the logistics systems need to be aware of the logistics system of Ethiopia with the basic parameters time, cost and complexity of logistics. Mekonnen said reliability and complexity of logistics system, time and cost are the basic parameters of logistics, where Ethiopia's logistics system is lagging behind other similar countries in this regard. According to him, the average import lead time of container from Shanghai is about 4 months and costs for up to $5,000.
Dwell time of our cargo, be it at seaport Djibouti or at the dry port at Mojo or other porters, is more than 40 days. So this is really an unacceptable standard. We need to change it to an accepted results by involving all stakeholders.
He added that collaboratively managing the flow of information and transaction as well as modernizing the logistics system will definitely bring significant impact. CEO of the multimodal transportation and logistics service provider Panafric Global, Zabit Gitaun said lack of integration and working under a single umbrella of the entire sector is the major problem that is pulling the logistics industry of Ethiopia back instead of moving forward. As long as I know, there was no time that the logistics has received many support and considered as one vital economic sector, whenever many other sectors have. Consequently, private freight forwarders working sole-handedly, Elizabeth said. Investment Commissioner Dr. Balacho Makura said the Commission is organizing a logistics conference which will have significant impact in bringing multi-impulse towards improving the industry. The Commissioner said the conference will bring together some of the leading global players in the logistics industry and brands that have operations in Ethiopia. According to him, the conference will articulate the most critical bottlenecks that have uptaken the logistics of the country, particularly cost. Ethiopia's logistics performance, which was ranked 104 of 116 countries in 2014, has fallen down to 126 in 2016.
Oromia Forest Landscape Program, which aims to reduce deforestation in the region, has been launched. The Oromia Environment, Forest and the Climate Change Authority has held discussion with stakeholders on ways of succeeding the program here in Adama town. Analka reports.
The data obtained from Food and Agriculture Organization FAO indicates that Oromia lost a forest resource over 500 hectares of land from 2000 to 2013. It revealed that the main drivers of deforestation and forest degradation are expansion of farmland, cutting trees for construction, and for energy, among others. Oromia Forest Landscape Program, which aims at reducing deforestation in the region, has been launched. This program said would benefit Oromia in general and individual farmers in particular by keeping natural balance of the environment. Although there is transplantation of various tree seedlings every year in the region, the forest coverage of the region is under great threat, which has been said should get due attention. The Oromia Environment, Forest and Climate Change Authority has held discussion with stakeholders on ways of succeeding the program here in Adama town. Coordinator of Oromia Red Plus project with the Oromia Environment, Forest and Climate Change Authority, Tesfaye Gonfa, said the new program would tackle deforestation in Oromia.
The World Bank is actually financing this program, and the finance for this project implementation came from the Royal Government of Norway, amounting to about 9.45 million USD, and the remaining 8.55 million USD comes from the US Department of State.
Oromia Red Plus also called Oromia Forest Landscape Program lead facilitator of Central and Eastern Oromia zones, Dabala Tesfaye, said the program will be implemented in the zones under this cluster based on the conducted researches.
In one aspect, we need to rehabilitate these lost forests or to reforest those areas. In other aspect, we are expected to protect those left forests, especially including working with Oromia Wildlife and the Forest Enterprise, working on participatory forest management under OFE concession. And also we are implementing a new project which is a component of Oromia Forest Landscape Program, Red Divestment Program, in about 7 or 9 woredas of the cluster. We are working on afforestation and deforestation.
Director General of the Oromia Environment, Forest and Climate Change Authority, Dr. Hassan Yusuf, said the new program would help the region reduce carbon emissions. He called on all stakeholders to work hard and save the forest resources in the region.
My main message is just to leverage this program in terms of resources as well as in terms of the mandates even they have and the projects they have, so that this project succeed in delivering its targets.
Some participants of the program witnessed that they got a lot from the discussion.
Welcome back. Now news from abroad. Afghanistan's President Ashraf Ghani announced a temporary ceasefire with Taliban until June 20, though it was not immediately clear if the armed group had agreed. In a televised address, Ghani said the fighting against other armed groups such as Islamic States of Iraq and the Levant ISIL will continue. The Afghan president told security forces to cease fire operation against the armed group until June 20 after the fasting month ends. The ceasefire will last from the 27th of Ramadan until the 5th day of Eid al-Fitr. The president tweeted from an official account. He said in a tweet, this ceasefire is an opportunity for Taliban to inspect that their violent campaign is not winning them hearts and missed, but further alienating. Al Jazeera reported. Well, that's all for now. Many thanks for joining us. Have a good time.